Salve, tropa, aqui é o Tio Ben. Essa aqui é a sala que o pessoal fica, o time dos monos, ó, o Samkz ali, o Lelis, o Greg, tem a tropa toda aqui. Aqui a gente vai dar uma passada no lugar que a gente não foi ontem, que é a cozinha, que é o lugar onde a mágica acontece, né? Então aqui a gente tem a Carola, que faz comidas insanas pra gente. Então o pessoal come aqui. Tá todo mundo lavando os pratos, inacreditavelmente, então que é bom demais. Aqui a gente tem do lado de fora uma área que o pessoal fica de convivência. Aí tem a Tata ali, que é a nossa grande anfitriã, tem um pessoal ali comendo. Aí sempre tem umas coisas no lanche da tarde também. Hoje tem um bolinho de milho que tá insano, um bolinho de chocolate já foi, e tinha pão de queijo também, né? Vamos dar uma passada lá em cima pra falar com o pessoal do Bootcamp. Esse aqui já tá cansado de jogar solo kill, o Hanabi ali, ó, morto. Dá um salve pra galera da live.
Salve, rapaziada.
Opa. E aqui tá a galera do Bootcamp. Acertei assim, graças a Deus. Então aqui a galera que tá do Bootcamp, a gente tem o Gustavo, o Matheus, muitos mids e muito tops. Tem um sup, um AD. Dá um salve aí, galera, pra câmera. Opa. Beleza? Então aí a gente tá trabalhando todo dia aqui, dando os feedbacks individuais. O Chris sempre tem uns meetings com ele durante a tarde. E de manhã o pessoal busca tentar fazer um pouco de exercício, também não ficar só enfurnado e na loucura da solo kill, né? Vamos voltar aqui pra grande estrela, porque eu sou só um coadjuvante. Isso de fazer conteúdo é difícil. Chegamos.
Okay, so real meeting, quick before the scrim start. I think what's important is we didn't have team meeting yet, right? Maybe Andre, you can like translate on the way. If no one understands,
Okay.
ask me, okay? So the first thing we need to ask ourselves as a team is like, what is our strength and weaknesses as a team, right? What are we good at? What are we not good at? Because as we train, I want to make sure we have like goal every game, you know? Because no COMUNICAÇÃO team has done this before, but I'll treat you guys like I treat any of my professional players, right? I think that's the best way to do it. So like, what do you think we're good at? And how should we work on our strength? Because sometimes we just work on our weakness, and this is not good, you know?
No.
So what do you think you guys are good at? And if you're stuck, you can speak in Portuguese and you can translate after, right? So let's go from like the back. Beautiful man over there. And then we'll go this way. Yeah.
I think we're good as a team in team fights. We fight together and we have this wobble combo, so it works all the time.
Wow, this is magical. Like your
My hands.
Yeah.
But let me think. I think our early game is good, but in the mid game it's going bad.
But why do you think your early game is good? Just mechanics, team fight? Or?
Yeah, I think we are good mechanically with our champions, so we can trade matchups, we understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
But in general, when the time is passing, we don't know what to make. We don't know how to make plays, we don't know how to take a decision.
Okay, and Sam, what do you think?
In team,
Yeah.
I think in the last screen we improved a lot about the swap. You know, we are learning about this more because we just play standard and don't como que eu falo, tipo, funciona, tipo, don't work every time. We need to change the game plan. And I think in the game, with me and Hanabi talk more, the game is easy, you know?
You feel that too, guys? You feel Sam can talk more or no?
Fala.
You good?
Ok. Uma coisa. Agrega aí. Eu me perdi. Tá, é pra eu continuar o que o Samkz falou, certo?
Yeah, yeah.
Tá.
It's fine.
O que você acha que a gente é forte?
Mano, a gente é forte em tomada de decisão em conjunto, assim. A gente sabe lutar, a gente sabe nossas condições, porque não é algo novo pra gente. Nossa comp, a gente sempre foi a mesma coisa. O problema é só...
He's saying like they are
I
good on...
understand.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
O problema, eu acredito que o nosso maior problema seja a gente joga de uma maneira muito lenta. Tipo, a gente não usa o tempo a nosso favor. E a gente costuma fazer, sei lá, uma...
So you don't
tipo,
stop playing. You keep playing and you stay on the map and you don't respect tempo.
a gente usa um turno nosso e reseta. E, tipo, tem certas
Tipo,
plays que a
one
gente
turn,
consegue usar um turno e fazer outra coisa. Tipo, já aconteceu em várias screens. A gente cortar tempo dos caras porque a gente tá num lugar melhor e consegue executar essa play que é, sei lá, pocket pick ali pra rolar essa play. A gente consegue capitalizar bastante e torna o jogo mais rápido e os caras ficam perdidos, ficam na palma da nossa mão.
Uhum.
Eu acho que é muito forte isso e eu acho também que a gente peca um pouco em comunicação, é uma fraqueza nossa, eu acho que comunicação no geral, tipo, planejamento de luta. Como que a gente quer fightar, aonde a gente vai fightar, aonde eles passarem, a gente pode engajar, vamos lutar aqui, certo? A gente não seta muito isso. A gente sabe que a gente quer lutar, mas não sabe como.
Acho que o jogo fica
You
muito
got it?
travado.
This last part?
I didn't understand the very last part.
The last part, he is saying about setups.
Yeah.
They know how to play the fight, but they don't know how to set
Like
up
set
the
up
fight.
properly.
Yeah.
I think everything he says is right. Like we overplay a turn. Like when we win, we don't stop wanting to win. You know, you have like 3k gold in bank, and you say, "Let's fight again. Let's fight again. Let's fight again." And it's like I think one of your biggest problems for sure. But in general, like I think what he agree is that you play well together. Like you have good like synergy in terms of team fight, right? And you know how to play a matchup. What do you think? What do you think about strength, weaknesses?
I love swap.
Just say in Portuguese, bro.
Just on that.
Just say-
When we swap,
Yes.
cutters don't die 10 times never more.
Who doesn't die?
Cutters die 10 times.
Courtesy.
Yes.
Courtesy.
Cutters.
Yeah. Is that what you call them?
Eu consigo
Yes.
falar mais depois?
You call cutters. No cortes.
Curtis.
Cutters, yes.
Okay.
O negócio do swap é algo novo pra gente, mas eu acho que é tipo, é muito bom, só que eu não sei, tipo assim, a gente não sabe exatamente em quais games fazer, porque não dá pra fazer em todos os games. Algum game a gente vai ser cobrado, tanto no bot, porque os caras vão ser ranged, quanto no top, quando os caras tiver, sei lá, alguma pressão, alguma coisa.
I
Então
want to
é
ask
algo
a
novo.
question. Like, honest question. You have to not lie. In a team, you need to be honest. You know? I think being open is very important. Do you think Samkz has been talking more lately? In the script?
Uma ou duas vezes.
Just in general? No.
He's good, he's good.
O que é?
Se ele tá falando ultimamente nas screens. O seu Samkz tá mantendo a comunicação. Você acha?
Yeah. And do you think game is easier because he talk more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Acho
Everyone
que o jogo é
thinks
mais
so.
fácil que ele tá falando mais.
Yeah. Okay. I think I agree, but here's what I also think. I think that the people that should be talking are not talking. You know, like I think jungle and support should be talking the most. But Hanabi, you play with mute button. You know, you don't talk at all. So like for me, in terms of our strength, everyone understand their champion really well. Everyone play team fight well. I think we understand like early game better than a lot of other teams, and most time we win like most early game. You know, against most teams. So that's really great. But our weakness is like we don't play intelligently on our setup. So we just fight like when we feel is good. It's full instinct, you know. So I will teach you guys in the next days what position is really good, what position is not so good to fight, and how you set up this position, right? And the other thing for me is like courtesy. I think we flame him too much. I think mid game he die a lot less than he used to. Like in mid game he used to die 10 times a game, but much better when I'm there. When I'm not there, not so much. But when I'm there, he try really hard to not die side. But problem is early game. He flip every fight early game and he play really aggressive. So we need to stabilize this guy. But two is also like, I think as I said, support needs to talk more. Hanabi, I think you have a good idea on the game. But you don't talk, you know? You're just naturally a quiet person. Can you
Entendeu?
translate?
Ele falou que você tem uma boa ideia do game, mas você não fala.
Sim, eu sei disso.
Yeah. The
Eu
thing
tô
is,
comunicando.
when I see you play support, you're the type of player where I feel you have some time to play because of your role. But Samkz, for me, is like a very mechanical player. So when he starts talking, he plays worse. That's like for sure. So, like I want to help Samuel a bit, you know. I want to ajudar. Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to help him a bit because I feel we're getting most of our direction there, and then in team fight, like often, for me, Daenerysz, you need to talk more, but you don't talk the whole game. Normally, like you and Hanabi, we hear nothing the whole game, you know. And then I just hear courtesy like, or Nick like, and that's it, you know. So it's like that's like the 90%. So we need to have more structure in how we talk and why we talk. So I'll work on how to talk, right? But what else is a big weakness? Mental. Like you say to me, I feel we're improving a lot. When's the last time you lost a scrim?
Quando é que foi?
A gente não perdeu. Acho que
Última
uma
vez
foi
que
2015.
Many times, right?
Our first swap. First swap in
So we
the
won
life.
like 6 or 7 games.
Like Samkz kicked the hell.
Yeah. So we lose like maybe 6 games in a row, no? Yeah? So we win maybe 6 games in a row, right?
Yeah.
So the problem with us is like when we win, we think we're improving.
But no.
We are, but like not as much as you think, you know? For example, right now swap is working because people don't know what the fuck swap is, you know? It's low elo, like Grandmaster Brazil. They're like, what the fuck? And then they die. But what if they know the swap, but they swap with us? What if they know swap more than us, you know? So like we can't just rely on swap. We can't say El Gosto swap and then swap every game, you know? Then people will know how to play. So we need to know play pattern and we need to know like when to swap, when not to swap, how to swap. Understand? The way we swap is really, really amateur. So I will teach. And also like for me, mental. When we lose, we are the biggest piece of shit team I've never ever seen. No, everyone tilt. No one want to play. It's so bad. You lose maybe 1 or 2 games, you say, oh fuck, I don't want to play. It's like this. It's so bad. It's so bad. So why I talk about this? Okay. Well, as a pro player, I'm going to teach you what's called a performance pyramid. I told upstairs this, and this is for Twitch stream too. Pro player or professional player, solo queue player, don't matter. Most people in life care about the result, right? They care about the result. So if you win or lose the game, or in real life, if you pass a test or you fail a test, or you make more money or you don't make more money. They don't care about how they made the money. For example, you can have the biggest pieces of shit in planet Earth, be really rich, and people say, wow, so cool. You know? Like, who's a good example? Like, what's that guy? Andrew that guy's like not a good person from what I heard, but everyone's like, oh my god, he makes so much money, very cool. You know? They care about the fucking result. They don't care about how they got there. It's a problem. It's a problem. So result-oriented mindset is number 1 problem. Number 2 is, okay, what makes a good result? Good performance. So this is like, if you go 10-0, you feel good. You look at your game, you go 10-0, you feel good. You go 0-10, you feel bad. If you go 10-0 in game and you lose, you feel less tilt than if you go 10-0, than if you go 0-10 and lose, right? If you feed all game and then you lose, you feel much worse than if you do really well and then lose. Then it's like, okay, I did everything I could do. But what really matters is not the result of the performance. This is what 90% of people think about, but what really matters is the process. And I talk about this a lot. I train many coaches, thousands of players across the world, not just players actually, in business too, it's the same, right? I don't care if my editor in my business is doing a lot of work. I care how he did the work, because if you work too much, he will not be sustainable. He cannot keep working. If he worked too much and not smart, then he's wasting his time. I care about the process. So what we need to think about is, okay, how do we make good results? We make good results by having a good process. Understand? And how we have a good process is we need to build, and how we become a good team is we need to think about process only. Understand? So for example, instead of thinking about the win or the loss of versus Kenzie, what we need to think about is, in this game, what did we work on? Right? What are we working on? Did we achieve? For example, okay, we won a swap, we play swap really good, but Beleza, we lost the game, it's okay.
Yeah.
We are now a better team than we were yesterday.
Yes.
Right? It's like gym.
Oh, yes.
You don't go to gym and you don't expect to be buff overnight. Then you will fail. The reason most people fail to lose weight is because they expect instant results. The people that are successful are the people that are consistent, right? People that are consistent, get up every morning at 9 a.m., go to gym, right? Then in 6 months, 12 months, they will look great. They'll be healthy. So what kind of processes do we need? We need to learn early, mid, late game. So we need to learn in-game. In-game. And then there is out of game, which is review, how you study. And then there is environment. We have bootcamp. And then we have mental and habits. For me, I give up on mental habits because if Hanabi wants to party, if Daenerysz wants to party, I can't stop. It's impossible. They will party. It's GG. So you're not pro player, I can't stop you. It's like this. So I give up. Best thing I can do is how can we create the best in-game system? And how can we create the review? That's how we create a good process and how we create a good plan. This is called a performance pyramid. It's used in high-level sports, not just in e-sport. It's used in basketball and football, everywhere. Most good coaches want to create a good process. That's all what I'm about. And same for good company leaders, right? So in companies, they use what's called OKR KPI, key performance indicators, objectives and key results. You're not going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't matter. TLDR, simple. Every game in our sprint, we need to know in solo Q2, what are we improving on individually? What are we improving on as team? Understand? Every game we need to have this. For example, Daenerysz. You play with one arm a lot when you're bored. You play like this. And then your legs. Oh, I'm fighting. It's like this. You could be saying, talking to your team, giving information, timing summoner. No, I look pretty, I'm really happy on camera.
And he win.
And then you win, which is disgusting. And I try hard on solo queue and I lose. It's like this. Life is unfair.
Yes,
Life is unfair.
you died 14, Lissandra. Bad.
Yeah. So,
I have a question. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to explain or what I can say in the game because I think in this team we don't have a leader, a figure that take a step forward and say things that we should make. We don't have that, so I'm kind of lost.
A leader or a shot caller?
A shot caller, a leader.
Shot caller, I think. For me, I think Nicklink is actually a leader. This is my feeling. Naturally, I think you are a leader. You act like idiot on stream, but you actually try really hard. You try really hard and you really want to win every time. Even last year, when I try hard, the people that care the most is like Nicklink and Courtesy. But Courtesy doesn't have personality to lead. For me, Nicklink does, but your role is not good because you play jacks. It's like not hard. It's very hard, you know. So the best way to do this is in our in-game systems, we need to separate our roles. Because for me, I don't have a perfect leader. I don't have someone that can do everything because I'm not coaching in LEC anymore. The same in Brazil, actually. We don't do this system. Actually, everyone needs to have the job. So for example, okay, I'm playing Lux. I'm playing Lux mid. What can you communicate? Keep it simple. Your ult. Okay, I want to play on my ult timing, guys. My item spike. And you can time enemy flash. Very simple, very basic stuff. But why is this useful? Well, because in most games when we swap, you're 10-0, right? So if you're like 10-0, really strong, everyone should play around the strong Lux. You understand? So I think this is very important, right? I want to fight on this item. I'm really strong here. We can fight or we can't fight, and I have ulti. It's like this, right? Hanabi is the same. Same. I have Rakan, I can make the play. Let's play on our ult, right? Or my AD carry really strong. He has 2 items. Let's fight, right? And then vision, right? What? So Nicklink, you're playing side lane with Courtesy. For me, I think Courtesy is getting smarter for sure as well. But I think both of you can talk about how you want to play side. How many wave do we want to play side? So this is our third problem. Mental, we don't talk. We die early game. We play montage, Samkz, montage man. Number 4 is side lane. We are so bad mid game because we don't play side lane. For me, it's impossible to teach side lane in this team. The level is just not there. The amount of detail you need of covering both lanes, knowing how to play free lanes effectively, like all the different types of composition, match it, impossible. So we need to find the easiest system. The easy system I will teach is this one. Okay? Hold this. So basically, the only thing you need to know, and we're going to work on this, and this is old notes, so excuse me, is we are black, they are green. Okay? Is do we have tempo? This, I need all 5 of our players to understand. Can we have someone come here and lift this? Do you want to help me lift this? Yes. Well, maybe get that chair. Maybe get that chair. This one we need to learn. We need to learn. So do we have tempo and do we not have tempo? Why is this important, guys? Why is this important? It's important because if we're second on the map, enemy have control. So when it's tudo prato, muito difícil. That's simple, right? So for example, if enemy is already in lane and they play Nash and they have full vision, is easy for us to face check?
No.
No.
Get with mid first.
So we need to play the vision. The idea is whenever we're behind tempo, we need to get vision. This is all we need to know. Very simple, right? So if we want to get vision, we need numbers. We need número avantage or same number. Understand? You look confused.
I'm just thinking because me and Curtis don't talk too much about the sites.
Yeah.
And okay. He will take the wave top, me bot because I have the teleport. But in the same time, you know.
Yeah.
And this doesn't work.
Yeah, so the problem is, it's like this. Okay, so there's 2 problems. One is, if they have vision and they have like fiddlesticks or something, look at our team composition. We have Rakan, Lux and Lee Sin. So if Jax and Yasuo are not there, they one-shot us. You know, they can engage fast. So by the time you TP, fight is GG already.
Yes.
So what we need to understand is, very simple question. Ask everyone, do we have tempo on map? Right? I can't teach detail. It's too much. It's impossible. But we can ask if we have tempo. If we think enemy is on map, then we need to say, okay, enemy is on map. We don't have tempo. Here we play 2 lanes. Even if there's a wave bot, if they're threatening Baron, we play 2 lanes. Okay? Why is this important? Well, this guy plays safe. 4 play on mid wave, make them answer the mid wave. And if they come and respond, then we can match, you know. But if we play 3, it's hard to play, right? Even if this guy team, it's hard to play. So it's about matching. Do we want to match as 5 or do we want to match as 4? Okay? But if we don't have tempo, if we have tempo, enemy team will be in base. So no vision. So now it's all about getting vision on the map and us making them face check us. Understand? They have to face check us. They're going to be they will 100% play 3 lane if there's a wave here. 100%. They're too dumb. No team in CBLO will play properly except maybe the CBLO plays. So in this perspective, we can play 3 lanes when they're in base. And if we play 3 lanes, what will happen? We'll have push. We'll have push here, we'll have push here. Okay? So what we want to do when we play 1-3-1 is we want to move into 2 lanes. Okay? So what lane we move into will depend on if we play on Baron or Dragon. Entendeu? You understand, Hanabi? Can you explain so far to your Ben? Double check in Portuguese. I don't trust them.
Então, quando você joga em 3 lanes, é para que vocês consigam fechar a play em 2 lanes. Fechar a play de um lado do mapa. Então, vocês vão abrir já em 3 lanes sabendo qual é a play. Se é para Drake, se é para controle de topside, se é para Baron, o que for. Vocês entenderam bem isso?
Yeah. So, why is this important? If we play 3 lane and they're in base, when we have push, they will answer. 100% they will answer. So when one guy moves and we play Baron, they cannot face you. We can fast. We can fight. Right? Or we finish the Baron. Understand? Same here too. Or if we don't want to play Drake or Baron, tower is important too. Tier 1 first, tier 2 after. So we want to play here. Okay? And they're in base. We play 3 lane. Push, make answer, move, control, dive. Okay? Really easy. So everyone needs to know. So the way we fix this is I don't trust anyone to shot call. Nicklink, when you open map. Courtesy, when you open map. Hanabi, someone say, do we have tempo? Ask the question. Ask the question and decide as team and then go. Okay, that's lesson number 1 today. Lesson number 1. We need to fix this mid game. Okay, we play too much like this. They have control like this in our jungle. They have the push. We push, and we're like, okay, what do we do on map? They have push here. They have push here, and then they dive. And then we lose game. Or we can't make progress. We push here. They get Baron. It happen every game, you know. So keep it to 2 lane normally. 3 lane to 2. Do we have tempo or do we not? This is the most basic of League of Legends. Most basic in the game. You need to understand this, okay? And it's important for Twitch chat because I think even in like Master Diamond, it's important, you know? Something I always say is, and we'll go into scrims now, is if Brazil wants to be better, it's not about Challenger. It's about everyone else. Because if 1 to 1.5 million people are better at the game and more educated, then the whole server will improve. Because the way you improve is like, when you want to learn Jax, you watch Jax, Chinese Jax, you know?
Yes.
Right? Same thing. You watch Chinese Jax.
Yes.
When you want to improve in solo queue, Samkz, you play versus Decimus. Say Decimus is a bit better. Then Samkz is like, how do I beat him? How do I beat him? And maybe Samkz you get a bit better than Decimus. Then Decimus is like, oh wow, he did this to beat me. I will do this to beat him, and you improve, you know? The problem is Korea solo queue is like here. Korea pro player level is here. Brazil is here. So you're climbing forever. We need to raise the base level. If 2 million people are better in the game, then the top 1% is going to be much better. It's exponential. It's like how it is, right? So this is our training today. Lane assignment, talking, that's it. And then next days we'll talk about position, bush control, etc. Okay? Let's go. Yeah, let's go.